Hey, what's up everyone? This is Greg from the Ghost Hunting Club. This week's evidence video is going to be a little bit different than the other ones because this piece of evidence includes video and audio from two different sources. So I'm going to be narrating over some of it just to make sure everyone understands exactly what is going on in these clips. This happened during our second investigation of the battleship USS North Carolina, located in Wilmington, NC. The battleship was commissioned in 1941 and fought in every single major battle of the Pacific Campaign, earning a total of 15 battle stars, which made her the most decorated battleship of World War II. In 1942, a torpedo struck the North Carolina, killing 5 men aboard the ship, and the area above the blast is known as Sick Bay, which housed the sick and injured sailors on the ship. The Sick Bay area is the most active location, and we have caught some incredible pieces of evidence from that area of the ship, including the evidence in this video. Now the evidence we're going to be showing you is going to be from both a video camera that I had strapped to my chest and from an audio recorder left on a table. I was with the other 4 investigators on this investigation in the dressing room area of Sick Bay, and the recorder was placed on a small table in the Sick Bay bedroom. So right here is a map that I made in Paint to kind of show you the layout of the area that we are calling Sick Bay. If you look on the left hand side of the screen, you'll see the dressing room, and inside of the dressing room you'll see 5 purple dots. The purple dots are us, and the one purple dot in the bottom right that has a green rectangle on it, that is actually a representation of the GoPro camera that I had strapped to my chest. If you look in the upper right hand side of the picture, you'll see the Sick Bay bedroom up there, and inside of that room we had the audio recorder that the audio in this clip is from, as well as we had a IR infrared security camera installed on the upper left hand side of that room. Okay, so here we all are in the Sick Bay dressing room area. Ethan's sitting down, Brent's on his right, and Johnny and Ryan are on the right side with 2 other cameras. And of course I have the camera that you're looking through strapped to my chest. Now the words I want you to pay attention to are Greg's right. You're going to hear us talk about how we hear a noise coming from down the hallway. When we talked about where we thought the sound was coming from, I thought it came from the right, they all said it came from the left, and it turned out that the majority of people thought that I was right, and so they say Greg's right, and then someone else confirms Greg's right. Now the reason I want you to pay attention to that is because that is going to link both of these clips together. You can hear Greg's right really clear on this camera, and then when we show you the audio in a few seconds, you're going to be able to hear that exact conversation happening where we're talking about where we think the sound is, and they say Greg's right. And the reason is that we want to show you that we were not moving at all. So without further ado, here is the camera version. I'll play a few seconds of it, and then I'm going to speed it up after we have that conversation just to show you how long we were actually in that room before we started moving. Can you make a noise for us? Was that in this room?
No, it was out the room. It's right behind me.
Are you sure? It
Yeah.
sounded like it was this way.
It was that way. Greg right. Was that Greg right? Okay.
Hold on, hold on.
That way. It's definitely out of
Huh?
the room. I heard it that way.
I heard it.
I heard it that way. Where Brent heard it.
Okay, okay. Shh. So this is the sped up version of the video clip. I didn't feel like I needed to play the whole thing. Pretty much we're just standing around talking about where we think the noise came from and what exactly the noise was. And before we actually leave the room from us hearing the noise originally, I think the elapsed time was about 2.5 minutes. So you're looking at 2.5 minutes sped up very quickly. And then we actually enter the hallway, as you can see, and we actually end up going the wrong direction from Sick Bay where the actual noise was, just because when you're in that part of the ship it's so hard to tell exactly where the sound is coming from. And then so right here, this is the actual Sick Bay bedroom, and you can see the audio recorder that the audio is from sitting on the table, and that light that's above the audio recorder in the other red circle, that is the DVR camera that we had placed in the room. So here's the audio part of this evidence. This is the part that's really, really important. Just remember, listen out for Greg's right, and keep a lookout at the bottom of the screen for some subtitles. They're going to be kind of giving you a hint of what's going on based on the random noises that you're going to be hearing. Some of it is the ship, and I'll explain that through the use of the subtitles. Also, this DVR footage is not the actual footage that was captured that night. Our DVR system was accidentally unplugged in the middle of our investigation during this trip, and therefore everything from our DVR system was wiped, and so unfortunately we have no DVR footage to show you. This DVR footage you're looking at is from our most recent investigation of the battleship. As you can see, the camera is in the same place, as well as the audio recorder that we normally place in that section is in the same place. And something interesting to remember is the sound that you're going to hear. It's almost going to be like a click, and that's the actual sound that we could hear down the hall. We believe that sound was our DVR camera switching from nighttime recording mode to daytime recording mode. Sometimes it happens if you shine a flashlight into the camera, it detects that it's daytime now, and so it switches off its infrared capabilities. Pretty much goes from night vision to daytime vision. It makes an audible pop every time that happens. It's interesting to note because our lights could not have reached into the sickbay bedroom area, and so it is possible that whatever was walking around the sickbay bedroom was captured through the audio actually was recorded by our DVR system. It's just really unfortunate that our files were wiped. But here you go. Here's the audio, and remember, we're about 100 feet down the hallway in the sickbay dressing room, and this recorder is just where it is on the table in the video you're watching. that's it. That's the footsteps video we wanted to show you guys. We really hope you enjoyed it. To this day, we have no clue who or what was walking around in sick bay. We do know that sick bay is the most active area on the USS North Carolina, and we had no clue that any of this had even happened until after we had reviewed the evidence a few weeks later. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. We post new videos every single Friday at noon. We won't miss a Friday, I promise you. And if you want to view another video just like this one, click the video on the right hand side of the screen. Remember, we upload new videos every single Friday at noon. And until then, happy hunting.